suppose that in arithmetic, division, especially long division, is much harder than multiplication. But in the system called Vedic mathematics, there's a method which shows that this isn't necessarily the case. So now we're going to divide 4,629,781 by 713. And we really use the 7 to do the work, and then we correct with these other digits here. So we've put them what's called on the flag, 713. 7's into 46 goes 6 remainder 4. 6 ones are 6, and I take that away, I get 36. Now I want 4 7s are 28, remainder 8. And I'm going to be subtracting 22 from that, giving me 67. Now that's 9 times remainder 4, and I've got 12, that's 21. Taking 21 off this gives me 26, and that's going to be 3 times remainder 5, and then I'm going to take off 27, 30, giving me 281, and finally I have to subtract 9, which is going to give me 2, 7, 2. So the solution is 6,493, remainder 272. So this method of division is quite spectacular, and with a little practice and persistence it can be done very rapidly. It's almost a one-line mental system of long division. Why does it work? A question a mathematician would want to ask. Well, there's a multiplication method that goes with this division method, and they're both based on a method called vertically and crosswise. Now let's suppose I want to multiply these two numbers here, 12 and 23. Lots of ways of doing it, but in this system we're going to consider the hundreds, the tens and the units. Hundreds, tens and units. If you multiply 20 and 10, you're going to get 200. So the 2 is going in there. That's a vertically. To find the tens, you want to multiply the units with the tens and the units with the tens. So it's going to be 3 1s are 3, 2 2s are 4, add them together, that's 7. So that's the crosswise. And for the units, we just say, well, units times units will give units, so 2 times 3 is going to give us 6. So the answer is 276. And the method can be extended. So if you're multiplying, say, 123 by 411, then you can use another method, another system of verticals and crosswises. And it's going to work like this. This time we're going to need 100 hundreds, units, tens, hundreds, thousands and tens of thousands. How's that going to work? Well, if you multiply 100 and 400, you get 4 10,000s or 40,000. So there's a vertical. If you multiply hundreds by tens, you get thousands. So that's going to be once 1, which is 1,000. Then 4 2s are 8, giving me 8 plus 1, which is 9,000. Then we're going to look at the hundreds. Now there are different ways you can get the hundreds. You can multiply a unit with 100, a 10 with a 10, or 100, something in the hundreds column with a 3. So this time the crosswise is like this. Once 1 is 1, 2 1s are 2, that makes 3, 4 3s are 12, that's going to give us 15. Now we've got 15 in that column, we'll have to carry the 1. Then we move on to find our tens, and in order to do that we're going to need a crosswise here. If we multiply the units with the tens, once 2 is 2, the units with the tens, once 3 is 3, that's going to give us 5. And finally the units, that's going to be a vertical. and 3 ones are 3. So this 10 in the hundreds column is going to come onto here, and we'll end up with 5, 0, 5, 5, 3, 553. So it's a very clever method because you're gathering together the highest powers first, the tens of thousands, then you gather the thousands, then the hundreds, then the tens, then the units, which is a more intelligent method of multiplying than standard long multiplication.